What's good, everyone? It's Marvin, MJO23Dan, back with another video. If you're new here, I do reviews on sneakers, in particular Jordans. So if that's your thing, consider subscribing. So today's video, I wanted to go over a sneaker that I've pretty much been watching from afar. It's not really a Jordan, although the GOAT did wear it in an NBA playoff game. This was the 1995 Eastern Conference Semifinals, Game 3, and it was around the time that the NBA was pretty strict about what players wore on court. So in Games 1 and 2 of that series, Jordan wore the Concord 11. This right here is my original pair of the Concord 11s. In December, I really can't wait until they release that shoe. It's going to have the proper 45 on the back, just as Michael Jordan wore it in Games 1 and 2 of that Eastern Conference semifinal. So come December, I'm going to be doing a comparison review between that pair, the 2000 and the 2011. But yeah, so this shoe debuted on court in that semifinal series. And it was actually Craig Sager that debuted it on camera. So he showed it and shared it with the world. A lot of people thought that Ahmad Rashad did, but it was actually Craig Sager.
Michael Jordan will be fine tonight. Not for bringing 23 out of the rafters, but wearing shoes predominantly white, while teammates are wearing those predominantly black. He was worn. In fact, I was in the locker room with black shoe polish being delivered. However, he was so focused on the return of 23, he decided to pay the fine and worry about it later. As for the jersey, John Ligmanowski, the equipment manager, had number 23 all along. So give the assist to John, because it was his idea, and he had it in the locker all season. Greg, I've got to ask you to check on this for a later report on the continuing saga of 23. Why did he have it in his locker all season?
So Games 1 and 2, Michael Jordan wore the Concord 11. And for Game 3, he wore Penny's Nike Air Flight 1. Now, I thought at this time it was pretty interesting because yesterday broke news that the NBA is going to kind of lift the rules about the players wearing particular sneakers on court. So we're going to be seeing a lot more sneakers that are just not black and white, that don't conform to team, I guess, uniformity, although, that's up to the players and the coach's decision. But I wanted to kind of, put together those two different types of thinking. So at this time, it was very strict. So in 1995, the team would only have to wear black shoes or white shoes. So as you know, in that Eastern Conference semifinals, Jordan was wearing a white and black shoe. So the team was primarily wearing the black shoes. So this is where Game 3 kind of comes into play. Now the story is kind of, people don't really know what the story is behind the scenes. So apparently Jordan needed a black shoe. The Space Jam, as everyone knows it, released in the year 2000, but the PE version of it released in 2016. But that was the shoe that Jordan originally had worn with the 45 on back. So those 45s, with the Concords and the playoff PE, what we'll call it here, had the number 45 on the back. MJ was rocking the number 45 on his jersey, but he had switched it from 45 to 23 in Game 2. Game 1 to him was a complete obliteration. He really felt the need to branch out from number 45 and return back to what he felt was him, the number 23. So essentially what Jordan Brand is doing is, back in 2016 when this sneaker released again, it had number 45 on back. I have that sneaker, but I don't want to pull it out, but I'm just, using this as an example. But number 45 was on the back of that Space Jam. And in 2016, when I did that comparison review, I'm willing to bet that Jordan Brand will release the Concord 11 but with the 45 on the back. But I'm willing to bet it's going to be a stitched 45 on the Concord 11. We'll see. I'm actually pretty hyped if that's going to be the case. And so come 2018, we're going to be getting the Concord 11, which I think is dope because I think it was, it was in the works, and I really had a hunch that shoe had to return. And whether it was 23 or 45, I was hoping 45, which looks like we're going to be getting in December. The story just all comes together. So games 1 and 2, game 3, and then games 4, 5, and 6. Now, the Chicago Bulls ended up losing that series, which is unfortunate, but Jordan stuck with number 23, and then in the next season, he wore 23 for the rest of his playing career. So, let's go back to the Nike Air Flight 1. This shoe I wanted, and I was looking for from like afar in that series. However, he did cut off the number 1. This is a Penny Hardaway shoe, if you guys don't know, and it's all black. It's primarily black. So, my feeling is that the Space Jam or the playoff PE was not available at that time. And Penny being a Nike athlete, I guess they pretty much wear almost the same size. I think Penny's like a size 14, Jordan's like a size 13 to 13 and a half. So this shoe would have had to do. So anyways, Jordan cut off the back tab. I'm not cutting off the back tab of mine. And he played it with that. So you'll see him in that game, and he actually scored 40 points. So unfortunately, they also lost that game, but it would pretty much signify like waking up the beast, so to speak, in Jordan. So he would bring out the Space Jam 11 in games 4, 5, and 6. So I hope this is not like all too confusing. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that I completed the trifecta here of that series, and the Concord 11, the Air Flight 1, and the Space Jam or the playoff PE. These are the 3 shoes that Jordan wore in that series. So it would be nice that Nike would retro this sometime down the line, or maybe this year or next year, hopefully. I did end up getting this pair from StockX, so you can see the tag here. I think I paid like about $112 or $115 for it. So I mean, it's not that bad, and that's pretty much it. It's really a plain shoe. The Nike Air Flight 1. It's a good fit, true to size if you guys are looking for it. I'll post a link in the description if you guys are interested in buying this shoe off StockX. If you guys use the link, it does go a long way for me. I do get like a little bit of commission from it, but again, you can use that link, and then if you use the same link to purchase any other shoes, that would be great. But the last time this shoe released was, I believe, in 2012, so it's been some years since that dropped, and it's 2018, so 2019, about 7 years now that, well, if we're going into 2019, it'll be about 7 years, so that's that. If you guys like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. Hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. You can also visit my website at www.mjo23den.com, and hopefully more reviews on the way. I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.